right, so I'm going to begin this final Table of the Nations video as we continue on with the Semitic line, starting with Abraham now. That's where we left off. This is where we're going to begin. Since, as you can see, this is a big widespread screen here, is because he had 4 specific nations. So this time I'm going to start with the key here. I'm going to start over here. It's similar to the first one. It's very similar. You have the promise, children of the flesh. The black is still wives, but then I also added 2 more. The concubines, and I believe there was 1 or 2 daughters on here. Okay, so when you see this, you know what's going on. Okay, this orange is concubine and this yellow is daughters, but the rest is, the green, red, and black is similar to our first one, or I should say identical. Okay, so let's slide across. We're going to start at Abraham. Okay, now we know that Abraham and Sarah are married. That's his wife. He also had concubines. Okay, that's Hagar and Keturah. We're going to start over here. Okay, Hagar, Abraham had a child with Hagar, who was Ishmael. Okay, so Ishmael had a lot of sons. I believe he had 12 or 13, and these are all of the tribes that make up the Ishmaelites. These are your Ishmaelites. Okay, he had a daughter also. Okay, these are your Ishmaelites. These are the children of Ishmael, who the mother is Hagar, who is the concubine to Abraham. Now we're going to go to the other concubine right here, who is Keturah. Now Abraham had 6 sons with Keturah, as you can see. These are all of the... Okay, they're all the same. He has 6 sons with Keturah. You see that? The 6 plus the 1 he had with Hagar is 7. So he had 7 sons with his concubines. Now, the wife, he had 1 son, Isaac. Abraham, then Isaac. Okay, now Isaac is where the promise went to, as we know it from the scriptures. And Isaac shall thy seed be called. Okay, now we go down. Isaac had twin sons. This is there was a precept where, actually I did a lesson on that already, I forgot, but Jacob and Esau. Now, not to go left, I know people are misidentifying Esau as a certain nation of people, but that's another story. I'm not dealing with that today. But they were twins. Okay, Jacob and Esau. Now Esau was the oldest. There was a situation where he sold his birthright, but right here we see that he had 3 wives, and these are all the descendants that we see from Edom. Okay, we see these descendants. Now these are all of the sons and daughters of, because there's a daughter here, that come from Edom. Okay, as we come back up, Jacob and Esau. Now Jacob, because we go Abraham, Isaac, and then we go to Jacob. Okay, this is the nation of Israel, because Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Again, this is all descendancy. You're an Israelite when you descend from Israel. Now I know that in So, like I always do, I mention, okay, there's reality, and then there's what people think, feel, and believe. Okay. Now, people think, feel, and believe that you can just believe your way into a certain nationality. They create doctrines to support this folly. In no way, shape, fashion, or form in reality can anybody transform into another nationality. That's just the biggest wish and dream and that's also not supported by the book. You get a lot of doctrines created, like the spiritual Israelite, which can be taken in two contexts, but the main context, I should say primary context that is taken, is that you could just there's this adoption or something where anybody from any nationality can become descendants of these sons here. That's magic. That's believing in magic. That's not supported in scripture. So what we have is a lie. Now, and I'm going to do a lesson on this in the future where I'm in support of the term spiritual Israelite, but not in the context that anybody can become this spiritual Israelite. A spiritual Israelite is a non-wicked. First, you're an Israelite, but you're not wicked. You're keeping the commandments. You're following the laws, okay? Because the law is spiritual, okay? So to be a spiritual Israelite, you're just an Israelite keeping the laws. You're not a wicked fool, okay? I kind of went left there, but bringing it back, these are the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? Right here. This is what makes someone an Israelite, is to descend from the man that we know is Israel or Jacob. Or remember, there was a name change. It's the same guy. You can't be a son of Keturah, let's say Ishbak, and be like, oh, because I believe today that I'm an Israelite, no. It doesn't work like that. That's like me. Hey, I believe I wanna. Here we go. I identify as a rabbit today. I identify as a tree. It's just ridiculous, okay? But these are the four families of Abraham. Okay, we got the Ishmaelites right here, and all of his sons, and then all of their sons after them. We have the sons of Keturah. Remember, all of these are all descendants of Abraham. Okay, children of the flesh, children of the promise. Right. So, speaking of flesh, these sons of Keturah, these six, actually mingled with his descendants. Okay, and that's where we get the term Arav or Arab. I know there's a camp doctrine which basically says that if you're an Ishmaelite, then you're an Arab. Well, that contradicts what the term Arab means. It means mingled people. If it's just one nationality, which is Ishmael, that contradicts them being Arabs because there's no mingling, So, to be realistic, you have the sons of Keturah that mingled with the other seeds of Abraham, which is your Ishmaelites. That's where we get the term Arab. Okay, that's the top two. The bottom two again is Israel and the Edomites. Okay, now the Edomites also dwelt in the same region as the Arabs. So Esau, that's where we get the term Edom, obviously. Esau, that's where we get the term Saudi, from the Saw in Esau. So you get the term Saudi Arabia. Okay, because they took over those lands. But as we go to Israel, the remainder, that's all. This is also why I'm doing this last, is because the remainder of the Bible is actually about this nation of people. I know there's the religious dogma, blah blah blah, but then there's the book. There's no religion in the book. The remainder of the book is about this nation of people, rejecting the Most High, being enslaved by the other nations of people that we now have an understanding of who they descend from. That's when you see other nations, is when they have a dealing with this nation, because it's all about this nation in the book. Okay, because from here on, after Genesis 29, it's literally, they go to Egypt, you know the story, let my people go, and then it just continues on all the way to the book of Revelation. So that's an actual fact. But that's basically a summary of the children of Abraham, and these are the 4 families that come from him. You have Israel, you have Edom over here, you have the sons of Keturah here, who mingled with the Ishmaelites. This is a quick bird's eye view of the nations. I have all my sources to prove who came from who. I didn't just make this up like some tribe chart that somebody just made up out of thin air that's not supported by the book. This is actually verbatim. It's just a bird's eye chart, so to make it easy and clear to understand. But that's all I have for now, as it is written, and I'm out.